Om Sri Sai Ram. In the previous class, we have studied about various sequences that are called arithmetic sequences. Why a particular sequence is called arithmetic sequence? Because each term of the sequence can be obtained by adding a fixed number to the previous number. Each term can be obtained by adding a fixed number to the previous term. If these numbers which are adding differ, take for example a sequence 1, 2, 4, 8, 27, etc., etc. is also a sequence. Why it is a sequence? Because numbers are in ascending order. But it is not an arithmetic sequence. Why? The first term is 1, second term is 2, the difference between them is 1. Third term is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. The difference between second and first term was 1. The difference between third term and second term is 2. Since the difference is changing, it is not an arithmetic progression. It is a sequence without doubt because numbers are arranged in ascending order. Now, once we understood that we can identify an arithmetic progression, now the next task is to know how we can find out any term of the sequence. Suppose a sequence is given to you, very simple sequences like natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If somebody asks what is the 500th number, you will say it is 500. But suppose the numbers are big, we do not know the other terms, and suppose you have to find out 100th term or 200th term, etc. You cannot keep writing the terms till that. So we have a way by which we can find out any term of the sequence. You can find 10th term, you can find 6th term, you can find 12th term, that is up to you what you need. So let us see how it is done. Yes. So now let us see. Let us just simply take a sequence. We will choose a sequence which is very simple for us to understand. Let us say we have a sequence. Here is a sequence. Let us give names to the terms. So let us say this we are calling it A1 because it's the first term, A2 second term, A3 third term, A4 fourth term, A5 fifth term, A6 sixth term, A7 seventh term. What is that we are adding to each term? You can easily find out the difference between A2 and A1 here is 10. The difference between A3 and A2 is 10. The difference between A4 and A3 is 10. So 10 is a number which are adding to each term in order to get the next term. Once again, just have a look. How did you get A2? A2 we got when we added A1 with 10. When we added 10 with A1, we got A2. What is A2? 15. 15 is equal to 5 plus 10 in other terms. How did you get A3? By adding 10 to A2, or In A1, we added 20. How did we get A4? A1 plus 30. So it is 5 plus 20, 5 plus 30, A5. etc. This 10 was the difference. 2 times of that difference we added to the next term. 3 times of that difference we added to the next term. 4 times of the difference we added to the next term in order to get the consecutive terms of the sequence. So if we want to write the same thing in symbolic way, this can be written as A this can be written as A plus D. This can be written as A plus 2D. This can be written as etc. So how did you get second term? We got second term by adding 1D with A. How did we get third term? Adding 2D with A. How did we get fourth term? By adding 3D with A. How did we get fifth term? By adding 4D with A. So how we are going to get 10th term in this particular manner? Suppose if you have to get 10th term, how will you get? We will add A plus 9D. How are we going to get 20th term? By adding 19D. So in this way, if we proceed, we can find out a general term. General term is called nth term. So how we are going to get nth term? Proceed the same way. We are going to add A with how much D? 1 less than n. So it is n minus 1 D. And this is called the nth term formula. So what is the nth term formula? An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. This is called the general term formula. Now, observe this particular formula. We come across 4 unknowns. One is An, which is called nth term. A, either you call it A or you can also call it A1. Both mean same, first term. N, which represents number of terms. And D, which we call it common difference. So we have 4 unknowns. If you know any 3 of them, you can find the 4th. Now let us see some problems based upon this formula in which one of the things is missing and other three are given. Here we have a problem. You can see the question marks. In the first question, an is missing. In second question, d is missing. In third question, a is missing. And in the fourth question, n is missing. So all four types of problems we have got here. Formula is same. So use the formula and whatever is missing you find out. Let us begin with the first one. The formula which we have learnt is an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now, what is this 7? It is a1. What is d? It is 3. What is n? It is 8. We want to find out an. So, substitute the values. So, we are going to get a 7 plus n minus 1. What is n? 8. 8 minus 1 into d, that is 3. What is 8 minus 1? 7. 7 into 3, 21. 21 plus 7, 28. So the first answer is 28. Let us take the second one. In the second one, d is missing, an is given. So use the same formula, substitute the values which you know. What you do not know, we will be able to find out. So, for the second problem, an is 0 equal to a. A is minus 18 plus number of terms are 10. 10 minus 1 into d, we want to find out. D we want to find out. 10 minus 1 is 9, 9d. So first, in order to solve this equation, what do? We get minus 18 to left side. So it will become plus 18 equal to 9d. And in order to know d, divide both sides with 9. You are going to get d equal to 2. D equal to 2 because 9 2s are 18. Take up the third one. In the third problem, the formula is same. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Substitute whatever you know. A is unknown, but an is known. An is how much? Minus 5 equal to a is unknown. N, number of terms are 18. 18 minus 1, if you want, you can directly write 17 into d. D is minus 3. Since it is negative, instead of writing directly, put it in bracket. Otherwise, you may write it as 17 minus 3, it will become 14. It is 17 into minus 3. So since it is negative, put it in bracket. So 17 3s are 51. Get minus 51 this side. It will become plus 51 minus 5 equal to a. So 51 minus 5 is 46. 46 is equal to a. This is the answer for the third one. Come to the last one. Once again, formula is same. So first write the formula. an according to him is 3.6 equal to a minus 18.9 plus number of terms we want to find out. So we do not know what is n. D is 2.5. How do you solve this equation? How do you solve this equation? First we will shift minus 18.9 from right hand side to left hand side. It will become plus. That will get added with 3.6. So you can directly add 9 plus 6, 15. 9 plus 3, 12. So it will become 22. 22.5 equal to n minus 1 into 2.5. Now we have multiplication. So how do you solve when there is a multiplication? We shift the number to other side. Anything is in multiplication, when it's taken to other side, it goes to denominator or it divides. So divide with 2.5. This will give you divide 22.5 with 25, remove the decimal, it will go 9 times. So 9 is equal to n minus 1. Get minus 1 this side, you will get the answer n equal to 10. So the number of terms are 10. So in this particular manner, we can find out the number of terms, and by using the same formula, whether it was an, whether it was d, whether it was a, or whether it was n, all 4 unknowns can be found when 3 of them are known. If 3 terms are known, then we can find the 4th term. Let us move further in the same and solve some problems from the exercise which is given in the textbook. Exercise 5.2. He has given some fill in the blanks. Problem number 3. Let us solve these problems. Now let us look at the first one. In the first one, the first term is given. So write it, a is equal to 2. You are also known the third term. How do you write third term? We write it as a3. And what is a3? a3 is nothing but a plus 2d. And according to him, how much is it? 26. A3 is how much? 26. So how we do write A3? It is A plus 2D. Substitute the value of 2 here. So it will become 2 plus 22d equal to 26. So take 2 to the other side, you will get 2d equal to 24, and if you divide both sides with 2, you get d equal to 12. What is the advantage? The advantage is, if you know a and if you know d, you can find any term of the sequence. How? For example, the second place is blank, means basically a2 is missing. So what is the formula for a2? a2 is equal to a plus d. How much is a? It is 2. How much is d? It is 12. So the answer is 14. So this blank we will have 14. Look at the next one. First one is a blank. First one is a blank. It means that a is missing. Second term is known. How do you write second term? a2. And what is a2? It is a plus d. And how much is a plus d? It is 13. Again, a3 is missing. But we know the fourth term. What is the fourth term? 3. So how do you write fourth term? a4 is equal to a plus 3d. How much is it? 3. Now what you do is solve these two like simultaneous equations. We have learned simultaneous equations. You have learned many methods. Use one of the method. Simple thing can be just subtract. Don't do anything, just subtract. So a minus a will become 0. D minus 3d will become minus 2d. And 13 minus 3 will become so this is minus 2d equal to 10. So minus 2d is 10, so 2d will be minus 10. By multiplying minus sign with both sides, it will become 2d equal to minus 10. Now if you divide with 2, you are going to get d equal to minus 5. Now, as we were mentioning, now we know what is d. So how much is d? Minus 5. Substitute the value of d in one of the equations, you will get the answer. For example, second one, a plus d is 13. Substitute d, you will get a minus 5 how much is it? Substitute in the first equation, a plus d. D is how much? Minus 5 equal to 13. So this gives you a equal to 8. This gives you a equal to 8. So what was missing we have found out. Minus of minus. No, the equation is a plus d equal to 13. In place of d we have substituted minus 5. So a minus 5 equal to 13. So minus 5, if it goes to that side, it will become 18. Correct. So the first term is 18, second term is 13 because it is 5 less. Decrease 5 from that, you get the next term as 8. So in this way, we will be able to find the missing terms. We'll just do one more problem, the last one. Here, for this particular problem, A is equal to -4. A is equal to -4, and count first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth term is 6. Sixth term is represented as A6. A6 is nothing but A plus 5D, and A plus 5D A plus 5D equal to, he has given it as 6. Substitute the value of A. -4 plus 5D equal to 6. So take -4 that side, you are going to get 5D equal to 10. Divide with 5, you will get D equal to 2. Common difference is 2. What is the advantage? We know the first term, we know the common difference, we can simply fill up all the gaps. How? -4 plus D. So this answer will be -2. -2 plus 2, the answer is 0. 0 plus 2, answer is 2. 2 plus 2, answer is 4. So basically we are trying to say that if you know the first term and if you know the common difference, you will be able to find anything connected to arithmetic progression. You can find number of terms, you can find common difference, you can find any term of the sequence. So these problems are directly based upon formula. Now, as we keep proceeding, we find problems are twisted and given, not directly given, but you will be using the same formula in order to get the answer. Let us take few problems of the exercise in order to understand this concept. For example, he has given, check whether, I'll just write the problem, it is sixth problem. Check whether -150 is a term of the AP and he has given AP as 11, 8, 5, 2, etc. How will you know whether -150 belongs to this particular sequence or not? Thus, direct inference can be number of terms are decreasing. The first term is 11, next term is 3 less, next term is 3 less. So it is possible that as we proceed, there may be -150 also a term. But we do not know. So how to do that? We'll assume that it is a term of the sequence. Since we do not know which term, we'll assume it as nth term. We assume that nth term is -150. And then find out what is n. Because we already know the first term, we can also find out common difference because sequence is given. And nth term, we are taking it as -150. So what is basically missing there? Number of terms. Suppose the value of n comes n positive integer. Let us say 20 or 30 or 60 or 90 or anything. It is a term of the sequence. But suppose you get the value of n as 51 by 3, some fraction. We know that number of terms cannot be fraction. So we say that it is not a term of the sequence. So that is the method. So let us solve this. Here, for this particular problem, we are assuming that nth term is minus 150. Remember, we are assuming, we are not confirming. And he has given the sequence. From the sequence, we can say that A is equal to 11. How to find common difference? Difference between any two consecutive terms. So A2 minus A1, it is 8 minus 11 equal to minus 3. What is unknown here? N is unknown. What is unknown here? N is unknown. So use the formula. What is the formula? An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into d. So this is the formula. Substitute the values. We have assumed that nth term is minus 150. Minus 150 equal to A. A is 11 plus n minus 1 into d. D value is minus 3. How do you solve it? First get list 11 this side. If you bring 11 this side, it will become minus 11. As a result, it will become minus 161 equal to n minus 1. And remember, this minus 3 is in multiplication. If you directly take it to the other side, it will come to denominator minus 3. This is equal to n minus 1. Equal to n minus 1. So cancel the negative terms. Divide 161 with 3. 161 with 3. 3 5s are 15. So you are left with 11. So 3 3s are 9. You are left with 2. So the left hand side is 53 into 2 by 3. And get that minus 1 this side will become plus 1 equal to n. So what is that we are getting for n? 53 plus 1, it will become 54 2 by 3, which is a fraction. Since it is a fraction, it cannot be number of terms, because number of terms are always positive integers. Conclusion, that what we assumed n equal to minus 150, that is nth term is minus 150, is wrong. What do you mean by saying it is wrong? It does not belong to this particular arithmetic sequence. So we can easily find out whether a term belongs to a sequence or not, just by using the same formula. So we have varieties of problems based upon same formula, by using which we will be able to solve the problems. So we will end the class now, and then in the next class we will see all other varieties of problems which are based upon the same formula, that the formula of nth term. Sai Ram.